friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
A young girl is saved by Good Samaritan after falling 15 feet into a waterfall. Written by Hallie Wells, read by Julie Provost. Kiya Livingston is incredibly grateful to a Great Samaritan who saved her little girl after the 3-year-old fell 15 feet into a waterfall. It was a harrowing experience for both Kiya and her daughter, but the heroism of a stranger changed everything. According to reports by CBS affiliate KFSM and ABC affiliate KHBS, Kiya and her daughter Melody Hope were visiting Tannard Creek Nature Trail in Bella Vista, Arkansas on May 20th. The two had visited the area before, but the water was higher than usual this time, probably due to recent rains. Kiya looked away for a few seconds and little Melody tumbled into the waterfall and was swept away by the fast-moving current. I was sitting on the rocks. She was standing on the bridge with her friends, Kiya told KFSM. They were throwing in rocks, and we were told not to get too close. Then somehow she just stuck her foot in there. She was gone. Terrified, Kiya tried to figure out how to save the baby. I saw her purple outfit and saw a hand in the air, so my first thing was to get in there, Kiya recalled. But she was over the waterfall, and she flew from the top to the bottom, so I had to get out of the water and try to run the best I could to the bottom to find somewhere to catch her. The panicked mom ran alongside the water, hoping to pull Melody from the current. As she ran, she was encouraged by others who joined her and offered their help. She shared, "We were just trying to find out where we could find her in the water to pull her out because the current was so strong." Incredibly, when Kiya and her sister reached the bottom of the waterfall and the end of the rushing water, she found her daughter safe, saved by a man who spotted her in the water, jumped in, and pulled her out. Kiya told KFSM she was thankfully fully wedged between a rock that held her underwater, held her in place where he was able to scoop her up. Amazingly, Melanie didn't need CPR, and she had no broken bones and only a few scratches. A doctor told Kiya that Melody's small size may have helped her survive the fall and near-drowning experience, but there was a lot of blessings that day. The people who traveled alongside Kiya as she struggled to keep her eyes on Melody in the water, the rock that stopped Melody's movement in the rapids, and the kind man who ultimately rescued Melody all played a part in how this story ended. Kiya said she received a miracle and told KFSM, "I think yesterday was completely on God. When I couldn't get into the water, I had nobody to call on but God. He was right there." Melody turned 4 just a few days after her accident, and Kiya knows she is blessed. Kiya knows they wouldn't be celebrating without the help of the Good Samaritan stranger. "Thankful," Kiya says. "He saved my daughter's life, so anything that we can do, we just say thank you. But you, Lord, do not be far from me. You are my strength. Come quickly to me." Psalms 22:19.
At Thrivent, planning your finances is bigger than money. It's a way to support the people, causes, and community you love. Because helping you put your faith into action is at the heart of what we do. Thrivent, where money means more. Connect with us at Thrivent.com.
Did you know that the Salvation Army produces podcasts in both English and Spanish? One of those shows, Heartbeat, is a 1-minute show about real life. This show comes out twice a week and touches on topics that affect everyday Christians. From finances and prayer life to dating, marriage, and mental health. Here's a clip from our latest episode.
The list goes on and on. It can be challenging to take a break from all the noise. And when you do stop, you get anxious, worrying you're going to miss something. What would your day look like if you intentionally took a break and unplugged? Instead of endless scrolling on your phone or tablet, you put it down. And you take the time to settle into the peace of God's presence. Share what's on your heart and listen for what's on His. You may be surprised in what you hear.
Listen to the Salvation Army's Heartbeat wherever you get your podcasts or visit salvationarmysoundcast.org.
Retired Alaska State Trooper helps rescue husband pinned by 700-pound boulder. Written by Michaela Gordoni, read by Julie Provost. It comes in handy to have a wife who's a former state trooper. Texas native Kell Morris will tell you. He was on a nature hike near Anchorage when he was suddenly pinned by a boulder. Fortunately for him, his wife knew what to do. Kell had been walking about 15 feet away from a group of rocks when they started to fall and slide, carrying Kell with them. Then it's a blur. I went tumbling. I landed in the water. You could hear the noise that large rocks make as they're rolling over each other, Kell said. I landed face down in the river, and then I felt the rock hit me in the back and pin me down. There was just a small amount of space that kept Kell from becoming completely crushed. His wife, Joe Roop, a retired Alaska state trooper, held his head above the rushing current and ran to the nearest spot, with cell service to dial for help. The Seward Fire Department dispatched and made their way towards Kell on the extreme terrain via ATVs. When they reached a point where their ATVs couldn't go any further, they flagged down a passing helicopter for help, which was already headed to the site. They found Kell face down in the water. He was hypothermic and dipping in and out of consciousness, unable to speak. Joe held Kell's head up. 6 firemen pushed the boulder off Kell. After the boulder was removed, it took over an hour and a half to get Kell to the hospital. It took everybody and God to save him, Joe said. Several of the firefighter crew who helped save Kell were volunteers. Cannot believe he is as well as he is, Fire Chief Clinton Kreis said. Every star was aligned. It was a beautiful sunny day. We had tons of crews available. We had a private helicopter tour company that was willing to help us. We had cell phone signal. After a 2-night hospital stay, the 61-year-old says he felt well and is ready to go dancing. He is expected to make a full recovery. Kell remarked that he survived even more dangerous circumstances in the past. God has never failed to look out for him.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Rejoice always. Pray without ceasing. Give thanks in all circumstances. God invites us to cultivate thankful hearts by turning our eyes toward Him in good times and bad. To listen to more Abide Christian meditations, just go to lifeaudio.com or search your favorite podcast app for Abide Christian Meditation. You can also download the Abide app for more biblical meditations at abide.com.